Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the rule well and teach well. And salutations to all the Akims, pushing his truth, and all honesty and sincerity across four corners of the earth. This is the brother Uramla coming at you with a quick video. All right, it's a video that I wanted to get to for a while. All right, this was a comment that was put under Slakia. This is a comment that was put under the elder Manat Zakba video, all right, of Great Millstone, South Carolina, all right, and the comment says, good Sabbath, brethren, says, I also am in SC, South Carolina, but I am alone in this walk and in need of fellowship. I am not interested in joining a camp, but I do follow much of the IUIC doctrine. Please let me know. So I don't know whether this is a male or female. All right. But basically, they're looking for the fellowship, but they don't want to necessarily join a camp. So what's the purpose of trying to fellowship if you're not trying to be joined with the camp in particular? Because that's where most of the fellowship is, man. All right. So how can you fellowship without being joined unto a camp? All right, because if you just a person just joining with a group of people, yes, possible to find like-minded individuals out there. All right, but if you're not joined with the camp, hey, man, hey, it may not, prove to be beneficial, mainly of the spirit. All right. So, it says, they said, but I do follow much of IUIC doctrine. All right. But you under the comment board of someone that's a part of Great Millstone. All right. Won't you be under, the IUIC comment boards and ask this? All right. But ultimately, I made this video just go into how, that should be the main thing. Well, ultimately, none of us men were seeking to join the camp, but just we was led by the spirit to be a part of a camp. All right, so you ultimately can't force the course of the river and be like, oh, you want to join, a camp. You got to be led by the spirit. All right, that's ultimately why it's people out there that's saying that I don't do camps, or I don't like camps, because it won't meant for them more than likely to be a part of a camp. All right, and they have, certain reasons why they don't want to be a part of, all right, a camp. All right, such as they want to stay in their folly and do wickedness. All right, they don't want to be under order. As it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40, let everything be done in decency and order. So, that's the main thing. When you be a part of a camp, you got to be a part and follow orders, man. All right, and that's what you should ultimately seek for in this truth, especially if you've been out there on the byways and highways for a while. When you get on the level and you able to teach, all right, you should want to seek and be under order. All right, so that's the proper protocol of being in this truth. All right, and also it's saying in Jeremiah 3, verse 14. But the Lord get one of a city and two of a household. So the Lord, all right, even when Yahweh Shai was on the scene with the apostles, there was a camp, and there was other camps that was out, or the Church of Berea. So it was other camps around back then. So being in that, I don't do camp spirit, man, that's really out of order and going off, man. All right, because everybody, whether you in a particular camp, you learning for us from a specific camp. All right, you do got some that's all over and learning from this camp and learning from that camp. All right, but ultimately you are already following a camp already. Just like how this person said, they follow much of IUIC doctrine. All right, but you don't want to be a part of a camp. But you following that doctrine, that means you're under that camp by the way of the spirit. All right, just like how we we're not part of Great Millstone, but we follow the doctrine. So through the Spirit, we are Great Millstone. You know, we're a off branch of Great Millstone. All right, that's how that worked. All right, the Lord told us to fill this house. You know, go out there and call out to you know the Lord's people. All right, to wake up the sheep, the elect. All right, so we're called to fill the Lord's house. How you do that, man? By establishing a camp. All right, you know, and pushing His word. All right, the Lord told us to go out on the byways and the highways. What is that? That's you setting up a camp, man. All right, and going into Ezekiel. Where's Ezekiel? Is it 37? All right, where you know you take the stick of Judah and the stick of Joseph, you know, put it together. That's the tribe chart coming together. How we show that, because in the scripture also says, you know, there are people gonna look and say, what's that? You know what's that chart? You know, so hey, that's, you need a count. You know, you establish a count, and that's how you wake up the elect. All right, that's how this person woke up, by watching the count. All right. The Lord have camps set up for a reason, because not one man can do this work. You need, you know, other, you know, helpers. All right. You know, other servants to serve with you, to serve the Lord with you. You need your fellow help, your fellow men. All right. You know, I'm trying to find a better word than saying, you know, workers and employees. I don't want to say that, but we all working for that penny and striving for that penny. All right, which is the kingdom, and receive salvation in these last days. All right, but you know, we all learned this truth through the establishment of camps, man. So to say, oh, I don't do camps and I don't do this, man, it's basically like saying you don't want to get up out of here. You know, you just, you know, waking up to your heritage of being a Hebrew Israelite, and that's good enough for you. You're not in the spirit for the elect to wake up, because we got to be on one accord and strive and endure in the same doctrine. Being in the spirit of I don't do camps. All right, that means you subscribing to anybody that teach anything, any kind of doctrine. They'll come with a wayward doctrine, and you'll still take heed and subscribe to them just because they a fellow Israelite. No, you got to pick a side, man, whether you're going to serve the Lord or are you going to serve man? Because, you know, a lot of these camps not right, of course. But that's why through the Spirit, you know, the Lord will lead you to the right camp if you're a part of the elect. All right. So a lot of times, you know, just people like that, they got to do a lot of soul searching and work on themselves. Or the scriptures say you got to examine yourself. So you in that spirit of I don't do camps, man. It means, hey, you got to get your spirit right, because being in that spirit, all right, you ultimately gonna be out here high and dry when all out hell break loose. Just like earlier this year, when the spirit was on the elders and apostles of Great Millstone to open the door for other men to come in, and a lot of, you know, some men, you know, few men rejected it. All right, you know, and they feel like, oh, you know, make it seem like they NBA free agents and stuff, man. You know. Like people thinking they more higher than what they ought to be, you know, thinking themselves more higher than they are, man. We all servants of the Lord at the end of the day, man. All right. And ultimately, when you join a camp, you're not joining for a status, man. You're joining to be a part of order, all right, and under, you know, an establishment, because through that order, it's gonna bring, it's gonna ultimately keep you fervent. You know, keep you diligent. All right. You know, it's going to keep you, on your P's and Q's, because, you're not ultimately doing it to be a man pleaser, but you want to be on an order because it's going to keep you striving, all right, through that straight gate. All right. That's why you need that order, because it's going to keep you focused, because you out here, you don't have no count. You know, if you slacking in a certain area and nobody don't get on you and rebuke you, hey, man, you know, you got a higher chance of falling down and going into the world. But if you're part of a camp, man, all right, hey, that's a no. All right, that's a no-go. All right. You know, if you're part of a camp, hey, that's you, ultimately, making it you making that choice to serve the Lord, putting your hand to the plow. All right. And man, it ain't no looking back. Which we don't want to look back anyway. But just to say, as soon as you join the account, there's you coming to serve the Lord, and you understanding, or what you should understand what you're doing this for. All right. You serving the Lord, because, ultimately, you fear the Lord, and you know what he can do if you be without this truth, or you forsake this truth. All right. And for certain guys to be like, oh, I'm gonna go do my own thing, being detached from the body. All right. The Spirit of the Lord, it's our chance. The Spirit of the Lord gonna stop dealing with you. All right. But that's why it's good to be a part of the body, because you're not laboring alone. All right. For one. All right. But also, hey, man, you got brothers there to encourage you, to exhort you. It's a lot of benefits that come with being in account, man, other than just saying, yeah, trying to be on the level, be the top guy. That's not the purpose of being a part of account. The purpose of being a part of account is to have someone, there, with you, and labor with you, and endure with you. Because hey, man, that's way more needed than you doing it on your own or being by yourself. All right. Because ultimately, this is a lonely walk at the end of the day. You got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And nobody really going to be there to walk you through it, so to say. But, you got brothers there, to give their testimonies and their experience in this walk. Because, bros dialogue behind the scenes. All right. But being that spirit of I don't do camps, man, that's going off, man. Ultimately, hey, in that day, just like what the elders and apostles, made that open invitation for bros to come in. All right. A lot of them rejected. It was for to help them out. Because in that day, man, you going to want, righteous men on your side, man. All right. In the aspect of when all out hell break loose, or before the Karagma and things, come forth, man. Hey, it might be some brothers that need help and support, or whether it may be shelter, or, need some funds to get some food. All right. Certain things that you never know what you might need, but it's good to be a part of the body. All right. So, the body can take care of you. All right. Because if you're not a part, if you detach from the body, you're going to wither away. All right. Or you might, learn, just like this guy or whoever, camp hopping or learning from this camp and that camp. All right. It's going to soon become to a point, if they haven't picked a side yet, they're just going to wither out and go back into the world. All right. So, that's why we got to count ourselves blessed that we wasn't in that spirit of, oh, I want a fellowship, but I don't want to be a part of a camp, which that's a contradiction. How you want a fellowship, but don't want to be a part of a camp? That's how you mainly fellowship, is with the camp, man. All right. That is fellowshipping, being a part of the brotherhood. That's true fellowship. All right. Because that's what you do when you go to church, even church in the world, they fellowship, they go to church. All right. They go, to a building. All right. A physical a building and get together and fellowship and, do what they do. But, the true church, all right, is out there on the byways and highways. That's the real church right there. All right. That's the true fellowship. So then again, hey, they go back to the point of, hey, man, that's the main thing you should want to do. Or if you feel that you are, a prophet, spirit of a prophet is subject to a prophet. So you feel like you are a prophet. All right, first and foremost, you need to either establish, set your own thing, or, try to get with account, man, to get that true fellowship by going on the byways and the highways, or being a part of fellow Akim, do sit down videos and, do what you need to do. All right. So, that's the best advice, that I could give, on that comment. Really, I'm not really answering that person commented like as if they're gonna see this video, but just give my dialogue on this comment. All right. And how it's important to be a part of a camp, being a part of the body. All right. Because you don't want to be absent of the body because, hey, man, that pretty much mean you are of no use. Mainly not of use, of the Lord, man. All right. If you camp hopping and, doing all this, man, because ultimately all you're going to do is just bring confusion at the end of the day. All right. So it's all about edification, exhortation. All right. And, hey, man, breaking down these prophecies. All right. In these last days. Because, hey, man, it's about to go down real soon. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. All right. So, that's all I want to say on this video. So that being said, Shalom.